think I'm live. Maybe? Yeah. Hey everyone, Steve Gonzer, physical therapist here. I'm in between patients, about to head back into the office. But I was at Starbucks working on a couple things, and a friend came up who I haven't seen in a while and was talking to me about something. And I thought it was very valuable for you guys to learn this, because it will affect you at some point in your running. If you're interested, before I start, in learning more about these proven principles and things you can do to train smarter, go to the link in the post and you can try a $1 trial to getting access to this kind of information, training plans, strength workouts, whatever. So this person comes in and they talk about an injury that they had, and it's going to apply to any injury along the case. So statistically speaking, you're going to get hurt sometime this year. I mean, the statistics show that 80% of runners are hurt every year in a way that drastically changes their training plan. We're in the business of stopping that and helping people with that. But so you can apply any injury to this. It can be an Achilles, plantar fascia, knee pain, hip pain, whatever. So what this runner did, they had an injury, they call it injury X, and they had 5 weeks of doing nothing. And they did what most runners do. You take all this time off, and then all of a sudden you say, okay, it's been 5 weeks. I'm going to go back to this task. And for this runner, it was hockey. Or for this is a runner, but it was hockey for this guy. But I see this all the time with other runners who just go back to running after time off. So I want to just give you a really easy way to think about this. So imagine you cut your finger right at the knuckle, right there. And there's two ways that people generally get themselves in trouble. Is they cut their knuckle, and this could be an injury at your Achilles or whatever, but just imagine you have a cut there. But you won't stop doing this to it, right? And that knuckle is going to take a really long time to heal, because every time it heals a little bit, you rip it open. Now, this traditionally is a runner who won't stop, right? Someone who's, I would call in denial. They hurt their Achilles or their hip or their knee, and they just keep on running on it. So every day the body says, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to try to heal this up, and you just keep digging away at it. Very difficult for something to heal when you are constantly just ripping the Band-Aid off every day. Now, if you think about a cut on the knuckle, this happens to any tissue. So say you strain your Achilles or strain your thigh muscle. Essentially what you did is you tore or irritated something, so the body has to come in and scar it over, and that would just keep on reopening it. So if you keep running on something that's trying to scar over, very difficult to heal. This runner took 5 weeks off. And when you take the time off, I want to relate it back to this. I'm going to try to at least. So you cut your knuckle and you don't move it for 5 weeks. And you say, I'm not going to stress that little scar that's forming. Now, in the body, when you hurt something, it's a little bit bigger scale. But you still scar over. So that knuckle scars over for 5 weeks. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be a relatively weak scar because the tissue's not being stressed. So you go back to activity. So say it's running. You have the scar that is formed, and think of it as scar tissue. The scar is very weak. So you ask it to start doing stuff, and it's just not ready for the force that you're about to put onto it. So you start running again, and it's like one of those things like, shit, it's still there. Like, I thought it would be good 5 weeks later. The issue is that you have to not just rest. Rest is not recovery for an injury. Rest is something that allows your body to heal and get the inflammation down. But when you rest and don't do anything on an injury, it ends up just being a soft, weak injury that is just waiting for you to start again. That is critical to know. It's funny because runners tend to be like all or nothing. I either get someone that's like, they don't like, let me know if this is you. You don't tiptoe around an injury. You're either, I'm not going to stop running, so you just keep running on it, or if you do stop, you're completely out. I'm just going to shut it down. There's a happy medium in there. There is a way for you to train, whether it's strength training, cardio, do other things, and not completely destroy your injury. So doing nothing isn't the way to do it. Doing too much isn't the way to do it. You should have a happy medium in there. There's actually, if you know someone who's dealing with injury, or if you're interested in this, most injuries follow a system, and you can actually heal most things by just following a system of strain. So you have this thing, it's this strong. Why don't you just, do a little bit with it, and as the tissue gets stronger, you add more load to it, the injury gets stronger, and you work your way back into running. So it's actually a system, and if you're interested in learning more about that system, it's included in the membership, which is only $1. Much cheaper than coming to see me in the clinic for sure. But there's a system of training on the website you can take a look at. But the key take home for anyone still watching, rest is not recovery. If you're hurt, you should still stay active, but do it in a way that doesn't hurt. And if you are injured, you can't just keep banging away at it and expect it to get better. Neither of those work. So hopefully that helps. You should be doing something. You shouldn't be just ignoring it. But you shouldn't be doing too much. So I'm going to go back to patients now, but I will talk to you guys soon. We're going to switch over to a lot of run form stuff here coming up. So let me know in the questions if you have any comments, if you're interested in learning more, or if you have anything specific you'd like me to cover here in the future. Hope all is well. Talk to you soon. Bye.